Hey, I'm Zach Mayfield, and I think we should chill out with the B-roll.
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 A B-roll segment.
B-roll.
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 B-roll sequence.
B-roll.
B-roll.
And in this video, we're talking all about
B-roll.
Nowadays on YouTube, there is a craze, a wild addiction, the strongest desire to film things in slow motion and make them go whoosh. B-roll is a concept that has swept the YouTube filmmaking community, and I wanted to figure out why. On YouTube, we've all heard the phrase, story is king. But how many of us actually care about that and execute that? As a camera nerd myself, I love slow motion and interesting framing, but I've started to ask myself, why are we making B-roll the new king of video? Why is B-roll the main focus in so many of our internet films? Peter McKinnon was the first person that I heard coin the phrase B-roll as this new term in the YouTube filmmaking world. We all know who Peter is. He makes awesome videos, makes very high quality images, and is a very entertaining person to watch. So Peter has a massive audience, and so when he creates something or gets something to catch on, millions of people are gonna see that. And even if a small percentage starts to replicate what he's doing, that can totally create a trend or a fad on YouTube. In my opinion, I think it's totally okay to look up to a creator who makes awesome things that you admire and attempt to replicate their style to practice. The problem is when B-roll becomes the main focus of a video, because B-roll in and of itself isn't a narrative, isn't really a story. In my opinion, I believe it's best utilized as a support to a narrative or the A-roll. Here's a couple other reasons why I think B-roll has become a trend. To put it simply, slow motion footage is pretty easy to just go out and shoot completely random with no plan or script or anything like that. It's a lot easier to just go outside and film something really quick and make it look good than to sit down, write out a thoughtful script or an idea or plan something. And I'm not saying you should always have a plan, definitely not. I love being spontaneous and just filming what's happening, documenting. To the general eye, a blurry background, black bars, and a nice tight shot on a subject appears cinematic, when in fact you don't have to have shallow depth of field or black bars to have something be cinematic. You can have a very wide depth of field and really nice framing on a locked off shot and just have really nice blocking between characters or actors. That can be cinematic as well. It's just a general perception that blurry background, black bars, that's what we perceive as cinematic on a basic level. Some of the greatest little stories on the internet are told without a correct shutter angle or color grading, black bars, shallow depth of field, or even good quality audio. If you haven't heard of him, Craig Adams exemplifies this idea to me that story is king and B-roll is the supporter. I think Craig is using different methods to create his videos than most other YouTubers in the filmmaking world, and in turn creating something really special and something that feels deeper than a surface level, cool slow-mo sequence. He uses really interesting editing, pacing, and variety within his edit, so he'll make certain sequences go really fast and just use audio to bridge all the cuts together. Or sometimes he'll use long, drawn-out shots with orchestra-style music underneath it. He changes up his music selections and creates something really unique. And the main thing I noticed about Craig's work is that his visuals seem like his support to the idea that he has. You can feel an idea driving throughout his videos, and then he uses awesome drone footage or, I don't know, other stuff to support it, you know? That's the point. Support the story. Support the story. That's it. Just support the story. And don't use black bars anymore that come in over here, or like this, or like that. Sick of it! So I'm gonna go outside and try to show you a little example of what I think would be an effective use of B-roll. I'm gonna go on a walk and just kinda see what happens, so it's still spontaneous. I'm not sitting down to write a script, but I have an idea in my mind and I'm gonna try to use visuals to support what I'm doing. I love this time of day. The colors are always so nice because the sun is starting to set, so all the greens and blues look nice and saturated. I love it. If I'm ever stressed out by a project or just anything in life, I try to just go on a walk because the fresh air and doing a little bit of exercise just clears my head. It's just nice. It's nice to see trees and light and sky and other people, life. Thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate you being on the channel. New videos come out every single Tuesday and Friday, and my podcast comes out every Wednesday, where I interview creative people, hang out with them, have a raw conversation, and just pick their brain. It's really fun. If you'd like access to the podcast 1 week early, go to my Patreon, check that out. And there's also some exclusive vlogs and behind the scenes stuff there. One thing that I do for all the patrons is I shout them out at the end of my videos, so thank you to my patrons. Kellen Gillespie, Jacob Murray, Justin and Meredith Boggs, Corey McNair, Luke Carmichael, Eric Dollister, Manny Zepeda, Andrew, Banks Nash, Brandon Anderson, Brandon Steger, Caleb Ginger, Chris House, Christian Reddle, Daniel Peacock, Devin Nicole, Dylan Cabral, Elisha Ruman, Hannah Markley, Jared McCoskey, Jason Hackworth, Jennifer Mayfield, hi mom, Jesse Friday, John Fleischman, Jonathan Lane, Josh Roth, Josh Huey, Cash Carter, Kevin Johnson, Kyle Schaefer, Matt Leal, Michael Mayfield, hello dad, Michael Weeble, Nate Christian, Noah Watson, Perry Mulder, Reagan Carrier, Seth King, Tony Stanton, Tyler Beakley, and Zachary Thayer. Thank you guys all so much for supporting me. I love you all so much. Honestly, I want to give you this grape. There's one for you and one for me, and since you're not here, I'm gonna take this one for you. So thank you guys.